Osama bin Laden camera though. No one wants to see that.
Yeah, it's so funny, the personal one. I just have a little HP Beats.
It's like there's a...
It's the Envy, the Beats edition. And it was a refurbished one, and it didn't work out. And then I got this one, and it works out.
Nice speakers, not as nice as Mac speakers, though.
Yeah. But I can do, this is the thing, I can do Facebook Live without a problem. However, my camera does look like I'm recording in an Osama bin Laden cave. But yeah, so if you watch this on the personal, that's
safe.
why.
We haven't been held captive.
But on the business one, on the company one, it's a better experience. So anyway, we had a pizza and beer festival yesterday. We went to. It was our little Saturday, and I had a great time. We went with a few friends.
Kelly, Nicole, and Ginger.
Yeah, and it was fun.
It was good. So like I don't drink, and so Patrick drank his money's worth for me.
I drank your money's worth too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. What else going
on? Toys for Tots sale has been going. Thanks for everyone who's made purchases so far.
Yes. So, and for those of you that do not know what we're doing, since I'm a Marine, I'm a Marine veteran, and I had this idea. It's like, oh, well, the Toys for Tots, they're a Marine, they're ran by the Marine Corps. Organization run by the Marine Corps.
Marine Reserves.
Yeah, but it's still the Marine Corps. Yeah, active duty and reserves. But
what do reserves do? They just like hang out until they are called to go fight?
They spend 1 week in a month training and doing drill.
1 week a month.
1 week a month, and then 2 weeks a year. They do that. But when things happen, they're literally one of the first ones called.
Like they go straight there.
They go straight there and stuff. So and then they'll send. Yeah. So.
Wait. So were you a reserve at some point, or were you always overseas?
I was always active.
Oh. So it's once you're over active duty, then you become a reserve.
Well, no. You can choose to go in as a reservist.
Oh. Okay.
So it's for people that want to go to school, but they also want to do, it's
but they get all the training that you got.
Yeah, we go through the same exact training. It's just once we finish school, instead of going and getting a duty station, you go back home and then you report for duty once 1 week in a month. Poops does it.
So during the
She's
week,
in the national.
they have regular jobs then?
Yeah. Yeah. Or they go to school or whatever.
But then if they're needed, then it's like, hey boss, I gotta go fight a war. Then they're like, go ahead.
Yeah, and you can't be fired. You can't be let go.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. So you still like make money?
No, you won't make money. Well, you would make money because if you got called, you're getting paid by the military.
So you make money because you have a regular job during the week.
Yeah. You just need 1 week in a month, and that's what you do drill. But when things happen, a lot of disasters, national, stuff. They say.
Oh, the Marines are the disaster relief?
No. Most of the reserve, that's the National Guard they do. The Marine Reserve is you're going to war.
Is National Guard part of the military?
They're part of the Army.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like Katrina and Harvey.
Yeah. You see like riots or something, LA riots.
Oh, okay.
They'll send the reservist. So, yeah.
Got it.
So anyway, they're the reserves. So, but anyway, so it's all Toys for Tots is where we were at with that.
Yeah.
So Toys for Tots, we're doing a thing at every item we sell from November 1st to December the 8th. In addition to a bag of groceries, we're donating a toy to Toys for Tots. Mm-hmm. And it's been going great. So thank you everyone that has went online and purchased. And so that's going good. So all right, let's get it started since some people have been having to watch forever. Since we had to wait for the Apple to work.
Or you could have shut down and restarted,
What? Yeah, but I didn't know it was gonna take long. So anyway, let's go.
Okay, all right, question 1. This person wrote, I really love what you guys are doing and I'd love to help out. How can I help you guys?
Oh, that's
everything.
everything. Well, depends on how you want to help us. We'll take as much help as you're willing to give. I think the biggest thing, it's you need help more than anything. So with food drops and stuff, we always encourage people that want to come volunteer.
We haven't been organized enough to take on volunteers yet.
Yeah, we get asked a lot, but we don't have that pilot program.
But I think what we can do is, like, if you're really interested, just like DM us or email us, and then I'll be in contact and we'll try to figure it out with the Boys and Girls Club when we can have volunteers, because there's a lot of process. We kind of need to make sure you're safe and you're not some creeper and like do something to the kids, basically, because like we're there every month and we still have to wear guest badges. So to have you guys volunteer, we have to go through a process to make sure everything's all good. But I mean, we can start by sending interest emails and we'll keep you on file. And
yes, so please shoot us an email. And if you're interested in stuff, we're always looking for help on a lot of stuff. Like
we need, well, the basic thing that you guys can do is just tell people about us, and then spread the word so that people can discover us. And if you want to really go above and beyond, is go to your stores and say, hey, you guys don't carry FBNW. They're a cool brand. You should check out their website. You should carry them in your store, and that will really help us.
Yeah, that really helps us. We love our wholesalers.
Yeah.
That way more people discover us for being in stores. So, that's how you can help.
And what else? There's, I mean, a huge part of it is just talking about us, really.
Yeah.
Volunteering.
There you go. So you can always email us at differencemaker@fbnw.us if you have any questions.
Be a brand ambassador, essentially.
Yeah.
If you really love us.
But we got to figure that out because.
No, just like a casual talking about us, period. As a brand ambassador.
Where we struggle is like there's a lot of people that love us and they ask to be brand ambassadors and you've got that balance there. It's like, well, it's like an influencer. It's like, I can't, just because you love our brand doesn't mean I can give you free stuff, And so it's a balance here, but you do have to give free things to certain people, right? And so it's being a brand ambassador, we're still trying to figure out those things. But because I think to be a brand ambassador, you need product. You need to wear your product. You got to love it. You got to be in it. You got to speak about it. But before that happens, just talk about us and tell people what we're doing.
Yeah, just be a basic brand ambassador.
And go tell the stores and boutiques in your area that they need to carry FBNW. All right, enough of that. All right, next question.
Okay. What do you guys feel is key for a startup to succeed? Is it working capital or something else? Let's see. It's a huge question.
Okay. Is it working capital or something else? Okay, well, first off, working capital helps.
Working capital is money, by the way, to use to run the business. For people who don't know what working capital is, because I didn't know that until a few years ago.
Yeah, so working capital is like the money that you have to, operate your business, basically. And it's important to have that. However, just having money, doesn't make it go.
If you don't know how to use it.
If you don't know how to use it or take advantage of things. So I don't think money is the most important thing. And also without money, you can do it. It's just a hell of a right? Or maybe it's not more difficult. It's just not comfortable getting there.
You can do a lot more with money, but you need to know what you're doing.
So I don't. What was the question? Do I think what do you guys feel is important
for a startup to succeed? Yeah, it's key for a startup.
I think key is just having the concept, right? I do feel there's a market out there for everything. Don't get me wrong. However, you got to be able to get your eyes to that market, and you got to get your product to the eyes of that market. I mean. And
you have to have a market.
Yeah, but like I said, I think there's a market for everything. There's some.
Is it big enough for you to
Is it
survive?
Big enough? Yeah, is it big enough? As in, because the more niche the better because it's more focused, but it also gets where, okay, now there's less and less of them.
Mm-hmm.
So to get your product or your story to them, it's much harder than to get it to the masses, but then you've got more competition and this and that. So you've got to have a market for it. You got to, there's a lot of shit that goes in, but I think the most important thing is hard work, and then I would say timing. Timing is huge, and I think you're starting to realize this more and more.
Mm-hmm.
Of like what I mean by it. It's like it doesn't matter if you were to come out with Instagram, if 5 years before it came out, 10 years before it came out, 7 years before it came out, like it wouldn't have worked because the phones at the time weren't able to take the photos that you could, right? So I think a lot of things are timing.
Mm-hmm.
And when we talk about luck, it's like how much luck goes into it. And I think, well, luck is a mix of a lot of things. But I think luck is everything that you've done in your past that's put you to that opportunity, right? Preparation or being prepared when the opportunity arrives. But I think it's a mix of everything. In working capital, I think is one of the least of the things. You need to be able to survive. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I was like, it won't last that long if you don't.
Yeah, but if you don't have all the other things, it won't last long either. It
so
just means you burn through your
certain
money.
Things are like equal importance.
I think there's stages too. There's people out there, and I think we've had questions about this where it's like, oh, when do I get trademarked? And it's like, well, there comes a time, right? Because I don't think trademarking is important until you get to a certain point, right? So if you spend your money on that, and as opposed to this, right? So just having capital to do things like, yeah, believe me, it makes it easier, and we're constantly looking for more and more capital, but it's not everything. I think you've got to have the concepts, you got to have the hard work, the timing's got to be there, and you got to tell a story.
It's a lot of things.
Yeah, it's fucking hard, right? It's hard. So yeah, that's what I think. Go ahead, next question.
Next question. How do you guys shut off after a day of working? Do you guys even shut off since you live together? Yeah. Do you shut off?
I do shut off.
You fall asleep. That's what you do. You don't shut off.
So, yeah, we get asked that personally too a lot, just from our friends about it. But I think that we do good about it.
I think I'm better than you are for sure.
Yeah, you are. You're definitely better.
Yeah.
But what we try to make it to where at a certain point at night, and it depends on the day. Like sometimes it's a hard day, and like at 5 o'clock we're like, all right, done. But most nights we're working into the night, and it just gets to a point where it's like, okay, my productivity is getting, I'm tired. It's like, all right, we're shutting off. But there's times that
Saturdays are the only days that we shut off pretty much.
We try. We still talk about business, but we try not to do anything on Saturday.
We don't physically do work on Saturdays like we do Monday through Sunday. Sunday through Friday.
Yeah.
Like we're actually at our laptops working.
Yeah. So.
But not Saturdays.
With Saturdays, though, we try to cut it off, but at nights, it's really just, and it also depends on what's going on. If there's
a deadline coming up.
Like I've got cash flow that's due tomorrow, then like it's not done. But so I'll be working on that today with you.
I already did my part.
No, you did your part on the personal side, but there's other stuff we have to go through. Anyway, so yeah, we cut it off. We're okay at doing it. But it's at the end of the day, it's like, why do you ever really want to cut off? Like this is Like, I love what we do. I do think it's healthy. Yes, and that's why I think we have a good balance. So.
Okay, so the reason why I like fuss about it is because Patrick and I aren't just coworkers. We're like dating, and before we were coworkers, we were dating, and then now that we're coworkers, I feel like he's my coworker, and so I require like breaks so that I can get out of coworker mode and like treat him like a friend, so that I don't just hate him every day for like just like stupid boss. Like, can't believe he said that about my Instagram post. Like something like, why are you saying anything sooner about my Instagram post?
That's where you need the separation, is just so
that's why I turn off, so I can be like, no, because as soon as you bring up work, then I got something to say about work.
Yeah. But there have been nights, though, everybody, she fronts on this shit, but there's been nights where she's like, we're done for the night. I'm like, yeah, we're done. And then 30 minutes later, she's like, hey, so I was thinking about this little campaign that we can do.
Yeah, because my stuff's always fun.
And I'm like, no.
Whatever.
What do you mean?
Most of the time, you're like, oh, and then you're like, no, let's talk about it. I'm like, okay.
And I told you no. I was like, no, we're not going into business right now. Shut your mouth.
Whatever, because football's on or something.
No, there wasn't. We were watching Dateline or something.
Anyway.
Have I ever considered creating an FBNW mobile app? Like, I want us to be a content company. I really do. I say to her, like, we need to think of ourselves as a content company. With that said, there's no way I'd be working on a mobile app right now. Like, we
have a mobile friendly
website.
So that's a mobile app.
But like that would be like so far in the future, because I think that you can't go spread thin trying to put your hands, like, I do think diversification's great, but trying to
but what would our mobile app be?
Well, that's the thing. We could figure out something like that. It's a matter of I've got a lot of, I'll have probably 3 apps out before FBNW would have it, just because I've got that many in my head that are really freaking great ones.
Yeah, it has to be something good, because if no one downloads your app,
it's like you spend the energy and time doing that, and it's I believe in business, you do what you know.
Yeah, and we don't.
And I don't know mobile apps.
We don't have a good enough idea to do a mobile
app.
And
even to do one. But if there was something but even if we had a great idea that would do it, like, still wouldn't focus on it right now.
It's not.
It's not our core competency, as they say.
Except you like forward my phone number to this guy who wants to sell us a mobile app.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Now some telemarketer has my phone number. I hope that answers
your question. Gotcha. All right. So what's the next question?
How do you suggest getting media or influencers to talk about your product?
Oh, I'm going to have something to say on this one.
You have something to say about everything.
I know. Not everything. Here you go. This is the thing. Influencer marketing. Obviously, it's big, right? There's a lot of people making a lot of money. And you talk to certain people I look up to, Gary, and he still think it's underpriced, right? And I'm not saying it isn't, but I still think it's fucking overpriced.
For our budget, yes.
Yeah, and once again, it depends on where you're at in your business.
For big business, it's underpriced.
For big business, it's underpriced. For small business, it's overpriced. It's technically overpriced, because, like, we've had a lot of influencers wear our product.
And that's for free, because they just wanted to do it, because they wanted to help out. For free. And that's our budget, $3.99.
$3.99. And we've had posts out there that had 130 plus thousand likes, and that converted 0 sales off of it.
Yeah.
Right? And we've had them that had 500 likes that produced 3 sales. So I think if you're doing it, it's got to be somebody that cares about it. And what, because I don't want to forget this. And that's cool. You know, we talk about it sometimes because she'll come to me like wanting a budget of this or that, and like, what about this? And I just say straight up, if you like, I feel what we're doing as a company, nobody's fucking doing, A. Mm-hmm. And B, I don't want to just pay somebody to wear my product. Like, I want you to care about what we're doing. Same reason, like, everybody that will be in this company and that will work for this company will not do it for a job. They're going to do it because they love what we do. Because I don't want you to want to get, like, you got to care about it. And if you care about it, and I understand, people have agents, right? And if you give free posts to one person, right, you know, that blows everything, right? I understand that. It's just those people aren't for us. Maybe when we get the capital, it will make sense. But right now, not. So that's on the influencer side. So I say that you just try to find people that love what you do. But you also, does your brand have a story? Is your brand just a product that you're trying to sell? If that's the case, you're just going to have to pay them, period. If you've got a story and it's something they can connect with, we get people that do a lot of shit for free. And it's just her reaching out and saying, listen, we'd love your help. Like, we looks like you love our product, you know, can we send you some stuff and this and that? So,
but another thing to add to that, back to your example when we did that really early influencer partnership thingy, where we got what 30,000 likes or whatever you said, 0 sales.
130,000.
It's because not only does the influencer have to like love what you're doing and really like speak about it in their post, not just like post and tag. They have to like talk about what it is. But another thing is, their audience has to be your customer, because otherwise it's like, we can get 30,000 likes, but his fan base, 130,000 likes, fan base for like 15-year-olds who like comedy, you know, like, so yeah, we got brand recognition out there, but to a bunch of 15-year-olds, which aren't necessarily our customer.
They don't care, but that's not our customer. So that's a very important thing. Just because they have followers, it's got to be in your wheelhouse.
And you can kind of gauge that by looking at all the other posts that they do with different brands and collaboration and the caliber of brands. And then you can kind of, hopefully it's accurate and it's like that customer is also the same type of customer for your brand. But it's a lot of work. It's hard to just go through people's profiles and try to do all that stuff.
Now on the media side, because this is the one that really this is my pet peeve. You know, this is I'm going to the grave with this one, in the sense of I'm going to be bitching about it until either shit changes or until I die. I'm going to be cremated. I don't want this to be like, they go back and say, oh, he said grave. He wanted to be buried. No, I want to be cremated. Just want that out there in public. But is the media. They always talk about, oh, we love these feel-good stories. We love this and that. Until there's something that's not feel-good that's a little better. And so to answer the question that was asked about on media, I beat the media up, send them shit. I go out and find them. Like, whenever I see a little, like, I'll see they're in the area doing a little whatever. There's a fire over there, or there was a walk or something. I'll go over there and find the damn correspondent, give them shirts, tell them about what we've done, or what we do, and it has helped us. Don't get me wrong; like, we've been featured a number of times, and so it works. But I still have an issue with the fact that the ends that I have from doing all that I've done, and the people that I've got connections to. Not saying they're my friend or anything, but I communicated with these people, and they still can't get, say, a news crew to stop by and be at this food drop where we're giving, all of these groceries to these children. But they can have fucking old Bob over here at Bob's Burger that's got a new fucking cheese that he's putting on it. And it's like, really? Like, we can't figure out a way to feature FBNW? Like, we can't be creative and do that, but we can find a way to show this other clothing brand that's doing nothing. So yes, I have issues with it. But to answer your question, you just gotta keep at it. You gotta keep at it.
Angry much?
No, I just I have rants about that. I get frustrated.
I see it from their point of view too, because I was on the other side at some point, and it's kind of like what's timely, what's
timing,
like what's urgent, what's not gonna happen again. Our food drops happen every month.
Yeah, but they didn't know. We didn't want to do food drops every month. And not only that, I'm not saying be at the food drop. It's like, why not bring us on to talk about it like they talk? I'm not saying they got to come at this. I'll be on the 3 a.m. news. I don't give a damn.
Like, I have a producer right now in New York who's been vouching for us for like 3 months, and he just emailed me back this morning. He's like, pass it along. Team didn't seem that into it, but I'm gonna keep trying.
Just don't get
and
it.
He's like an executive producer, and he can't even convince like someone on that crew to be like, yeah, let's do it.
And I would understand, and I know I'm a little biased, but I would understand if the other content that I'm seeing on there is better content. But it's not. It's fucking not. Not all of it is shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that I can fit a story in, a 5-minute segment in about FBNW, at least once an episode. Like, fuck, I go once a week. So I'm not saying come out at this specific time and all things have to line out. I'm saying, why can't we schedule a time, right? Why? And you know what? And if a car chase happens and we don't get interviewed, I'll be there the next time you have an opening.
Or a wildfire.
or whatever.
Something. Like the response we get back from our connects is always like, oh, sorry, shoot, like this car chase just happened.
And I understand all of that. I really do. And I'm not being hard on it. Like, I'm just happy that they're considering us. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just when you watch the news, all right? We'll watch the news tonight. That there's going to be some ridiculous story on there. And it gives me a helpful Honda, right? Let me go ahead and say this. This is what I like about the show, Mind of the Founder, because you're getting into the mind, and that's what I wanted this to be about from the beginning, because I want to go on some of my little rants, right? Helpful Honda. And I drive a Honda, right? I drive a Honda Civic, and I have since February the 24th of 2000 was when I bought my first Honda. Mm-hmm. And I love it. Still drive a Honda Civic. Love them. They're great, reliable. Boom. Anyway, so I'm a fan of their products, and I love their helpful Honda thing. I love it. I love those random acts of helpfulness.
But not the ones that aren't you.
However, they're starting to frustrate me.
Uh-huh.
Because while I think it's great what you're doing, how come you guys keep ignoring me when I say, what would be great is if you join one of our food drops and you just matched every bag we gave. You match the bag that we give, right? And we come together and it's a great food drop and we're so helpful. And I just think that's a little better than buying someone a pumpkin. Or a little better than saying, oh, you're at the movies? Here's you a free popcorn. Whatever you want. You want a free candy bar?
That's so Southern of you.
What?
Here's you a
free popcorn.
I was like,
yep, here's you a free popcorn. And it's like, well, that's great. And that makes people smile. Let's help feed children. And I'm not saying stop doing that. I'm just saying stop fucking ignoring me. And write me back and say, hell no, Don't ignore me. I've submitted every way. I've gone into Honda dealerships. I've done so much shit to try to get through. Nothing. But yet, I'll see tomorrow they'll be at a pumpkin patch giving out free pumpkins.
Just be patient.
So it frustrates me. All right. So anyway, any more questions?
No more rants either.
All right.
Let's
no
have
more
a
rants.
nice Sunday.
I'm sorry. No, we're having a great Sunday. We're having a great Sunday.
Negative energy.
No, that's not negative. That's passionate energy.
I'm sorry.
That's passionate energy because I care about what we do, and I know, like, once again, my goal with this is to really show we can all be creative and think of ways to give back. Use consumerism to give back and make an impact, right?
Our time will come.
I know it will, but it frustrates me.
It is frustrating, but it's part of the process.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't come easy.
Well, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
How many years have I been doing this shit? Believe me. 2? 2?
FBNW.
FBNW 2 years. Believe me, I know shit doesn't come easy.
Yeah, but you've never had to do. Oh no, I guess you did marketing side in the very beginning when you did Patricc Reed.
Yeah.
You weren't doing marketing for like the other companies.
Yeah, but
this is your first taste of how frustrating it is trying to get people to pay attention.
No, we won't go. No, it's not that. It's not about getting people to pay attention. It's about how we can't, on a daily basis, like, try to figure out a way to promote good and highlight good. And you as a human being, if you say you care about this, or you as a company, you say you care about that, it's not timing is in the sense of one day we'll be doing good enough that we should be featured. And I'm not saying, like, don't put it out there. I'm saying I don't even care about the fucking exposure. If you're saying you want to be helpful, you want to do good, let's go and do it. I know our time will come. I'm just saying, why can't it come sooner?
Well, how long do you think they planned out all these stunts in advance?
That matters not. The fact is, I guarantee you today they're probably recording one somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, they're doing it. Just come and speak to me. Not just them. I'm saying everybody. Anybody that claims that they want to be in their companies about doing good, but they've got these stipulations, we can't. Bullshit. Let's figure it out. Because you know what? Maybe it'll inspire some other entrepreneurs to start something good. It's like, but no. So yeah, I'm passionate about it. I'm not hating. No.
Anyway, all right, that's enough for today.
We love you guys, and thank you guys for joining. And as always, submit your questions at ask@fbnw.us or comment by commenting or whatever. Yeah. So
I promise you won't yell as much next week.
Oh no, that's what we're doing on. We're not yelling.
You're like, you never watched that movie, that Disney movie? What was it called? Inside Out. You're like the anger guy. Like, your emotion's always the angry guy.
But it's not. I'm not ever angry.
I know, but he's not. He just yells. That's just how he talks.
I'm just passionate. I'm passionate. The squeaky wheel gets the fucking.
Well, go squeak at Honda. Don't squeak at these guys. They can't help you.
Well, who knows? Maybe one of them knows somebody. It's like, yeah, this is very true.
If you want
very true.
Patricc to stop talking, please help us.
Have somebody that is in charge of Helpful Honda to reach out to us, and let's figure out a way to work together.
Yeah, or just tell him no, and let's put this to bed.
Yeah, or just tell me no and just give me the reason. No, we don't want to because we think what you're doing is too helpful.
Yeah.
And I go, okay,
can we have that in a written statement?
Yeah, just give it to me in a written statement. We're good to go. Yeah. And if anybody, and any of you, I welcome it because we have haters that follow us. So any of you, if you can explain how Helpful Honda coming out and giving free popcorn to people that are at the movies.
Who can afford to be at the movie in the
Who
first
can
place.
afford to be at the movies anyway.
And if they can't afford popcorn, they shouldn't be buying popcorn in the first place.
You shouldn't be So anyway, if you can figure out or explain that to me how that's better than joining one of our food drops and just matching bags what we're already given, please give it to me. I welcome it. So, all right. Thank you guys. Love you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.